Hey everyone, Forever2 here, and welcome back to Honkai Store for something that I am going to look for. Now with the story finished, we have all the time in the world to figure things out here. Now let me show you the state of things here. We managed to defeat Aquila and get its core flame, as well as Kevli's core frame. But what costs? Everyone but Finan survives, and we get the biggest cliffhanger that we all have seen. Now, information tells me that there is going to be a new character, and a name was mentioned, Hycelans. Apparently, her character Drip was already released, and she may be the next Chrysos heirs to be released here. Now, let's take a look around at Akuma. Now, in the first two versions, like 5 versions, or I don't know, 4 versions or 3 versions, I don't want to know, remember, but Akuma was supposedly called the Eternal Day, because of this dude's protection, and the only reason why it's been like this for forever, because of Cipher, who made up a grand freaking lie to make sure everyone in the world believes that this protection will last longer. Now, since she died, well, that lie becomes undone, and what's supposed to be forever, now it is already past the 300-year time limit since the story we were revealed. So what I'm going to be doing here is explore things in this now night of Akuma, known as the Dusk. Now, we've already seen like one side, day and night areas of the world itself. Okay, so when you look for areas in Amphorius, there are 2 versions of the world as is. There is Day, which is Eternal Holy City Akuma. There's the Bloodbath Battlefront. Everything was in the past. The day represents some path or something like that right here, you know? And then Night. Murmuring Woods, Grove of Epiphany, Abyss of Fate, and Lysopolis. This is where we first gone to. And we only get access to the Eye of Twilight. Oh, wait. Oh, the Fortress of Dawn. Right. And now, the Fallen Twilight City Akuma, which is Dawn, I think. Everything's just changing from 2 timelines to the other here. What's this? I just got a text message after that. What? Wait a minute. Okay, isn't she dead? Is she like... Huh. Yeah, she is a hero. So yeah, I don't know what's going on here. So apparently, from what a friend of mine, I asked my friend who already was way ahead of this whole story here, and they tell me that you gotta search for points of where the Chrysos heirs have fallen, and you gotta find these fragments of recollection. Look at this. Now, this is the first time I've seen it. Now, since we're in the Evernight, it's pretty much everything's gone to hell. So, Grand Craftsman, what brings you here? The Dawn Cloud is perilous right now. The Black Tide monsters are gathering from below, and many of the Holy City guards have already fallen. To support the front lines and do my part, I'm here. Find weapons, I've brought them here. To protect Akuma, I stand with brave warriors. There are marvels of weaponry forged by the Grand Craftsman himself. I've always wanted one, but never had the budget. Now I get my wish. Even if I die, it will be worth it. Stop talking nonsense. You're still young. Stay behind us later and don't charge ahead alone. Grand Craftsman, we're grateful for your timely help, but your current condition isn't suited for you to stay here as a warrior. I know I am no warrior. I never was. But now, I too must resist. But... Stubbornness has always been the Grand Craftsman's trademark. When Nikodora attacked the city, didn't he always step forward? He's clutching his weapon, you see. We can't just drag him back to the memorial market. Grand Craftsman, Lord Fina had tasked us with waiting for further instructions at the guest's private bath chamber, but we still haven't had the time to carry out that order. I'm sorry for entrusting the battle to you, but please, lead the guards to fight against the Black Tide. Go, fulfill the duty. Your duty. Grand Craftsman, please take care of yourself. Enemies approaching. Raise your weapons, warriors. I mainly wanted to go through this thing here. So let's activate the fragment. Oh. I just want to take a moment of silence to say 07 to Cipher for being the most valuable player, the MVP of the entire story. Like I said, she made up a grand lie that bought Akuma and Amphorius some time, plenty of time, to get this journey through. And she couldn't stay in Akuma because she knows the one person that easily can read everyone. So she branded herself as a thief, a criminal, just to have a chance for everyone to live. Alright. 9, 10, 11. There are 12 Godspeed coins left. It should be enough if I'm only buying time for the little deliverer, right? Boss, are you really gonna do this? Absolutely sure. No takebacks? What's wrong? You scared? No, I'm just worried. You know, that fellow in black is ridiculously strong. Are you scared of death, Bartholos? Huh. Why are you asking all this all of a sudden? It's nothing. I just want to tell you that I'm not. I'll simply reunite with Princess Homebody after all. God damn, no. What's there to be scared of? What I'm afraid of is that my final moments won't be of any value to this world. Just like my people. Jeez. So no one likes cats, okay? I feel the same way, boss. If I don't get to perform the greatest deception, trickery with you once, I won't be able to rest in peace. I know you say that. Come on, just follow our plan. You have to stay with Big Sis Trippy and Trina. Remember, you're merely a letter now. Don't make any noise to scare them. I won't disappoint you, boss. Who would have thought that our final trick would be built on unconditional mutual trust? How exhilarating, Zacharias. Yeah. I'm already sad now. Sad that she was gone too soon, but hey, I figured that if it's something like similar to that one event in Honkai's Impact 3rd, then I know for sure that everything's gonna be, well, not good. Okay, so we're back here with this again here. So, again, I wanted to explore things here. I looked around a bit, but unfortunately for me, the only place I could only transport here is to the entrance here, since this is just night. So another memory and... oh god, no. Precious Rainbow Girl. The Sky Fortress has crumbled, and molten gold spills across the ruins, spreading like webs. Hyacinth struggles through the collapsing eye of twilight, finally arriving at the broken celestial mural. Lady Celiosi told me at the end of that the authority of the sky had fused with Aquila's divine body, and both were molten into the celestial mural. Time is of the essence. There's no time to slowly extract the sky's authority. The quickest way is to insert myself into the mural, merge with Aquila, and support the sky. It's almost like the legendary tales of the sky heroes, passed down through generations in the Twilight Courtyard, are coming true through me. It might sound painful, but in the end, I will surely be smiling even as a carving in the mural, because I can heal the sky. Mending the sky. That's her prophecy, was mending the sky. Jesus Christ, dudes. I don't even know if I can find the other ones as well. Okay, so I figured that the another fragment would be here, since this was the place where since this place was like a place where Glia met her demise, or not her true demise, but simply just past here. Maybe. And I know if I interact with the fragments of recollection here in the Evernight version of this place, then I will get an achievement. It is a hidden achievement called the Dusk of Human Era. But I'm not sure if I want to do this here, but what I'm gonna, like I said, I was gonna find out the 3 Crisis errors that you can interact with after this story, and then I was told to go to a certain place in the space station and interact with the memory bubbles there. That's all they told me. Where though? Elgalia, the demigod of romance, leader of the Crisis heirs, has burned her last golden radiance for the Flame Chase journey. What you now behold is merely an after-image produced from memory. Sorry. Keep getting tongue twisted here. The Golden Thread had already foreseen your arrival when you were 100 steps away. Dear guest, esteemed trailblazer, have you come to rest? Let's evaluate yourself. The fragment of memory seems to waver. Memories of words once spoken blend together due to the emotion they contain. In these 1,000 years, I've witnessed the fall of 10 titans, from my naive arrogance at the beginning to slowly learning how to guide others. I hope my departure will form steps that others may ascend. Wait! Damn it! Aw, damn it. Okay, so I accidentally clicked because I thought this was just gonna skip dialogue, but this says, we will witness the Era Nova for you. You've already done enough. Finite will not disappoint you. Honestly, you've already done enough. Have I? Maybe I should be grateful. Grateful that I've reached this moment. Indeed. Alright guys, now that I've found the 3 main fragments that I wanted to show for a bit, and before I move on, I want to read this real quick to see. So again, it's going to say the same thing, right? It'll be different for some others, but it's all desolate now. Okay, so let me think here. Okay, so pay attention to what I'm going to say to you right here, right now, because apparently this next part is where it's gonna tell you and gives you hints of why am I here at this place. So if in the last video, or at least after anyone has completed the 3.3 story quest, or at least the entirety of the Trailblaze mission here, we will get a message from the Astral Express family mentioning that the car is out of contact, March 7th is getting worse, and I am saying, please help me, and the planet's doomed. I'm in a doomed planet. So Welt says that Herda invited Skirlum to assist us, and we'll have a detailed chat in the seclusion zone. Yeah. No one will say to meet people anywhere in messages, because most people would think in games like these, messages will just think that there are just some one way of getting rewards, or there is other ways to get quests is by going through messages. And that's how you get things done. So they'll tell you that there's going to be a lot of unexpected information. Basically, and I just stepped onto a wire. Hopefully it's not my computer. So basically, I'm supposed to head towards the space station and check the meeting records too. Now, it doesn't really, most likely, that we're going to actually meet them. We're just going to initiate, I believe, a dialogue that mentions this. Because apparently Herda mentions that the giant ball that Kefli is holding on its back is literally a piece of a scepter. So I only gave you a brief version of what I found out, but I think there's going to be more detailed information in the simulated universe. So here I am in the seclusion zone here, where I've always gone to this place just to level up a character that is in need of it. And for the first time, these bubbles, memory bubbles, I have never seen them here before. And I don't know which one is to go in order. So there's Emperor Scepters, and there's Cognitive Anchor, Lord Ravager, and this one is about Lygus. So I literally don't know what I would think. So I'm thinking I want to go through here to there to there to there. But it'll give me some chances to relate to you guys what the hell is a Emperor Scepter. So let's go ahead and talk about Lygus. Or is it in order about Emperor Scepters? I'm not sure what the order is. Does it matter? Alright, let's go ahead and choose Lygus then. Bubbles drift through the air when you get close. You can dimly make out disconnected words, including Lygus. So touch the memory bubble. Indeed. And unfortunately, this is not dialogued as well, so I have a big old tumbler of water, ice cold, and I'm going to read this. Based on Madame Herda's account, that a Teletron named Lygus has also been bathed in Noos's gaze. Having such an entity guarding Amphorius will likely make our plans extremely difficult to execute. Fear not, I've come prepared. We'll fight magic with magic, and sense with science with science. Beating machine brain with machine brain. Oh my god, look at Herda's face when she looks at this dude. I just can't with her. She is sassy, and I love her. I appreciate Madame Herda's confidence in me, but before we delve into this discussion, there's something I must ask. Madame Herda, did you actually enter the world of Amphorius? Mr. Skrillin means that the Amphorius you entered, Madame Herda, might have been a cognitive barrier constructed by Lygus, similar to the power of harmony. I like it how he's here in the discussion. Manipulating my cognition without my awareness, that might be beyond even an emanator of harmony. Squirry, are you saying that the world I entered was just a firewall? Precisely, and I fear it wasn't a simple firewall at that. Amphorius uses space as its first barrier. For Madame Herda, crossing this barrier is child's play. However, the second barrier is time itself. Well, that explains it. Madame Herda mentioned observing traces of the two nameless in the world of Amphorius, which appear to be both residual memoria and data materialization. Which means that at various moments, she and Dong Hong's paths have overlapped with Madame Herda's. There we go. On the bright side, this at least confirms they landed safely and made some successful progress in their trailblaze. Ugh. So that was short, and unfortunately, guys, this bubble disappeared as well. It means this is a quest, or at least a limited use of the bubble as well. So unfortunately, yeah, I'm just glad I just made this recording, because if you guys didn't understand, I may not provide some answers, but most of the answers can be found in the simulated universe. We'll get to that little answer right after I read this memory bubble here. So again, same words, but with Lord Ravager. So touch the memory bubble again. Hey, Black Swan's here too. Not long ago, Foolie's gaze swept across Amphorius, combined with the intel Madame Herda gathered on this journey. Amphorius might soon trigger the rage of a Lord Ravager. Lord Ravager Ventilia. I'll barely remember that woman. We confronted her on this Yen show, and later gained some relevant information from her. I wonder if the destruction secretly brewing behind Amphorius comes from renowned overlords like Cephrio, Selenova, and Iron Tomb, or from one still unknown to the world like Ventilia. Whichever one it is, when it erupts, countless lives will surely be lost. When you look at it that way, Amphorius might be a safety box. After all, 3 forces at the emanator level, even higher. If they were to come to blows, it would be far more explosive than Chadwick's bombs. If that's true, wouldn't she and Dong Hong be in extreme danger in Amphorius? In any case, we must reach them somehow. So, faint answers is all I'm getting. So, what is this thing? So we come across the words chronocognitive anchor. To explore information inside the scepter, I once spent half an Ember era creating the chronocognitive anchor. This is the gift I bring to you all. After implanting it into the scepter's Emperor Scepter, then, I secured a set of anchored temporal coordinates without compromising its shell. Even when a world's temporal flow is distorted, basic causality remains inviolable. In the smallest computational increments, time's flow still follows discernible patterns. Logic. If the firewall Lycus created for Amphorius is similar to the Emperor Scepter's self-defense mechanism, then the chronocognitive anchor should be effective against it as well. Oh, screwy. The last time I was impressed was when we built the simulated universe together. You flatter me, Madam Herta. It's just a minor invention, not satisfying to use but serves its purpose. Well, I still have some questions. Mr. Scrollum's gift will surely help us reach Fervin and Don Hung. Premises. We have the temporal coordinates of those two brave nameless, and the chronocognitive anchor actually works on Amphorius. The first is easy. I've seen their residual memoria in the firewall, which work perfectly as reference points. As for the latter, well, there's only one way to find out. Pure experimentation. Put it to practice, I would say. So now the final thing to look at is Emperor Scepters. Again, Emperor Scepter. What is the Emperor Scepter? In my long existence, I have certainly come across worlds that use space-time as barriers. Are any of you familiar with the Emperor Scepter? No one? A colossal system among Emperor Rupert II's collection of scepters, operated by anti-life equations and created to simulate destruction scenarios for innumerable civilizations. So, the name of the person that created the scepters is Emperor Rupert II, which I believe he might have been a cyborg or a machine. Even amid the scholars' strife, when other scepters were depleted for computing power, none dared employ such ungovernable erudition weapons. They were either sealed forever or cast into distant stellar abysses. Screwy, where did you come across such a sinister artifact? While exploring the origins of inorganic life across distant border stars, I found one that had escaped detection. Even though its operator had perished in self-coronation, that scepter continued to function. Terrifying computational tides surged within it, yet not a single ripple escaped to the outside world. To protect its extrapolations from external disruption, the Emperor's Scepter secluded itself in a concave space and deliberately warped its internal time flow. The world inside the scepter gradually descended into madness after centuries of extrapolation. When I attempted to peer inside, I nearly had my logical components disrupted by those insane data entities. Conclusion: should that Emperor's Scepter exploitations run amok, it might instigate another calamity driven by inorganic life. Consequently, I devoted 2 Ember eras to disable it from without. Deduction: Amphorius' actual identity might be a lost Emperor's Scepter or similar erudition construct, while Lygus may be its operator, or perhaps another Rupert hidden from the world. It's hard to imagine the madness within a scepter that has been extrapolating over 100 Ember eras. So, we have now caught up with some information to deal with things. Now, from what I could tell, this may be an idea what might happen in later chapters, in the new versions. Maybe. Who knows? Is the world going to reset? Who knows? And that's pretty much all I can tell you for now. Other than that, if you want to figure out what the hell are the Emperor Scepter and who is Emperor Rupert II, I will suggest looking into YouTube or finding more information about it just by finding them on other YouTube videos that explain who is Rupert II and who and what are the Emperor Scepter. Because me trying to explain it and the how I found out about it is extremely complex to explain it. So if you're curious, and I don't know what video I've watched, if I remembered it, I would suggest looking up on YouTube or Google it if you want. Other than that, I think I'm done here. So again, thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So I will see you in a new video, which is going to be a new event, which I am going to be happy to do. So see you later, and have an awesome week.